Hello everyone, today we're gonna review the Xperia 10 Mark 7. As we have reviewed the bigger brother of this one, the Xperia 1 Mark 7, and which is actually the flagship for Sony for 2025, we're gonna review the smaller brother today. Here it is. I have just removed the paper foil from the display for you, and now we're gonna boot the device so that you can see. Well, the phone is a little bit smaller in height from the 1 Mark 7, only 5 millimeters smaller actually. It has the same battery of 5000 milliamps of power, which is actually not the biggest battery on the market nowadays. Of course, the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max has now the biggest battery on the market, 7500 milliamps of power. And here is the phone itself actually. This one here is a global version, so you can switch it in your native language, because it has a whole bunch of languages from which you can switch the menu to. And it has the Play Store pre-installed, factory pre-installed. Of course, it will have Android Auto on board. I just did some kind of shots with the phone so that I can show you about how its battery does. So this is with the ultra wide camera 0.7. This is with one zoom, with the standard zoom. This is with a double zoom here, and then I have tried it with the maximum zoom of 6, which is actually cropping. As you can see, there is not a lot of detail with the maximal zoom. There is a lot of detail with just one zoom. With 0.7 there is not a lot of detail, as you can see if you zoom in the video. This is with a double zoom. With a double zoom you have still a lot of detail, and you don't have so much detail with the maximum digital zoom, because it's just cropping the shots. What else? Yeah, I did some shots for you with this is a picture with the 6 zoom. As you can see, not a lot of detail. This is with a double zoom. You have to bear in mind that these players are around 200 meters away from me, so with a double zoom. There is not good light conditions today. It's cloudy and it's raining, as you can see. This is with a one zoom or without zoom, as you can see. So in poor light conditions, this phone is not so good as some flagships like the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. Xiaomi 17 Pro Max actually really impressed me. It has a really spectacular camera, and this is with the ultra wide angle, as you can see. Yeah, in the distance the quality of the photo is not so good, and I must also admit that the colors of this display are not so good as on a Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. What else? Yeah, I should show you actually the layout of the back of this phone. It seems that it has a plastic back, and the bezel frame, I'm not sure that it's metal. It's maybe also some kind of plastic. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't feel cheap actually. It gives actually a very good grip, although it's smooth. It's not like on the Xperia 1 Mark 7, like on the bigger brother, which has some kind of fine dotting on the back and some kind of line raster on the bezel frame on the sides. This one has horizontal layout on the camera on the back, while the Xperia 1 Mark 7 did have vertical layout, and it has 2 sensors located on the back. It doesn't have 3 like the premium model. On the right side, what you have is actually a quick shutter button for the camera, as you can see. What else do you have? You have the power button and the volume buttons on this side, and you have the on the bottom you have located of course the USB-C jack here, position for the USB-C jack, and on the left you have the drawer for the SIM cards. It's actually a hybrid tray where you have a SIM 1 and SIM 2, or a hybrid for a micro SD card, so you can use either 2 nano SIMs, or you can use 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card to expand your storage, because this phone actually doesn't have more than 128 gigs of ROM or internal memory, and not more than 8 gigs of RAM, compared to the One Mark 7, which also has which actually has 256 gigs of internal memory, or 512 gigs of memory. So as I told you, actually the layout of the phones itself is quite similar. The Xperia One Mark 7 is quite a little bit bigger. This one is very lightweight, although I don't think that there is some real difference in the weight of both phones. This is quite smaller, but has the same big battery, 5000 milliamps of battery power. As you can see, it has a completely flat display with no edges, with no roundings on the side of the back or on the side of the display, and you receive the phone without any kind of foil on the display, or any kind of, as you can see, back protection, or charging cable, or a charger. Yeah, compared to a Xiaomi or to other Chinese brands, this may be a disadvantage for you, because you don't have a charger. The standard charger for this phone is 30 watts. So with this battery, it will charge from 0 to full in maybe around 1 hour, or 1 hour and 10 minutes with the original charger and the original cable, of course. On top you have the 3.5 millimeter jack, and of course a hole for the microphone. Here is for the speaker, and here is for the other microphone here. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice, lightweight and small phone for people with smaller hands, for ladies, and for, of course, for Sony fans. It has the typical layout and typical Android for Sony. As you can see, it has very bright display on a maximum brightness. I have did some darker display now for doing this video. You have the stamina mode for expanding the battery life of the phone, of course. And what else? Yeah, it's good that this phone has an expandable memory, because, as I told you, it doesn't have the biggest internal storage. And with half the price of its bigger brother, or even less than half the price of its bigger brother, it's a really affordable phone. If you decide to have this phone or to give it as a gift to somebody, it's a pretty nice choice, and hopefully it won't have the problems that the Xperia One Mark 7 had with sudden reboots. For now, no complaints. And of course, I must thank to Get Mobile for giving me this phone to make this review for you. What about the cameras? Of course, you don't have the 4K on the selfie camera. You have 4K only on the back camera. And yeah, the global version, this phone is available in many menu languages, as I already told you. And you should have an adapter to charge it when you buy it, because it comes without an adapter and without any kind of back protection or display protection or any kind of cables. So this is from this Xperia for now. See you next time with another review. Bye.